Alright, hey, Hades Omega here, and welcome to another anime desktop figure show and tell with Asuna here. Alright, Asuna from Aincrad. Alright, so this is the Kotobukiya Asuna. It's a 1/8 scale figure. It's kind of weird, I get a lot of 1/7 nowadays. Anyway, so I've had this figure for a long time. I've had this figure longer than I've been living in this house. Alright, I used to live in another house where I collected figures, and I moved over here. And yeah, this figure is pretty. I've owned it for a long time, but she's just kind of been sitting in the box. And finally, I'm going to do a show and tell on her, all right, and then display her. I'm planning to make like a Asuna shrine, okay? I'm making an Asuna shrine. She's one of my favorite waifus, guys. All right, I have quite a few figures of her, all right, but this is a. So I wanted, I think the reason I wanted to buy this figure was because I wanted a nice figure of Asuna wearing her Knights of the Blood uniform. Okay, so I think I think that's the hottest outfit she wore in SAO, man, was the Knights of the Blood. Is what I'm saying. Okay, I think I really dig how she looks in it. All right, I don't think this is not the first figure I have. I have a prize figure of her wearing it too. So, but yeah. So this is it. And unfortunately, I don't know where I got her from. All right, I bought her a long time ago when figures were a lot cheaper. I'm pretty sure I probably didn't pay more than $50 for this figure. Okay. So yeah, it's a mystery where I got her, and I paid probably less than $50. All right. I checked everything. I checked my email. This must have been before I used this email for stuff, and yeah. So, or maybe I may have bought her on Craigslist or something. Who knows? Okay, so I don't know, guys. Sorry, that's not. But all that matters is she's here with me today, and we're going to do a show and tell. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we're going to start with the box. All right, so. Here we've got the front of the box is about, I would say that's like a 70% window. Yeah, pretty good window. Would this make a good box figure? Yeah, it would make a good box figure. I think it's kind of tall too. We'll see when we get it out. That's one of the reasons I haven't taken her out, is because this figure sits kind of tall. I think you have to construct her though. Yeah, this would make a good box figure. If the box wasn't all messed up, all right. So yeah, the box is messed up. I don't know the story with that, but I'm pretty sure I didn't pay a lot of money for this figure. Okay. It says Sword Art Online here. There's a Genko sticker, so that I think I have quite a few Genko figures, and they're very good. Okay, so maybe Genko is the manufacturer for this figure. Okay, and then Kotobukiya down here is the distributor. Okay, maybe that's how it is. Okay, so it says here that it's a 1/8 scale pre-painted figure. Okay, so smaller than a 1/7 scale. So it's not too small, and it's not too big, is what I say. Okay, there's a picture of Asuna here. All right, the top, I would say the upper half of the figure. All right, an actual picture of it. It's got this background, white and blue background. And it says here Asuna Aincrad. All right, so that's what the figure is called. Here you got a Kotobukiya and some warning, choking hazard warnings in different languages. Okay. All right, and there you can see the figure inside. So it would make an okay box figure. Okay, and then here you've got a full shot of the figure right here. Okay, and then there's some stuff in Japanese that, let me see if I can translate it. Okay, through the magic of Google Translate, that says, it's okay, I will protect Kirito-kun, sculpted by Hirotoshi Nakamura. Okay, so there you go. That's the person who sculpted this figure. Unfortunately, they don't have the person who painted it. All right, but it says it right here in English, sculpted by Hirotoshi Nakamura. Okay, but that's what that says. And then it says 1/8 pre-painted figure here, Asuna Aincrad. All right, in a cooler looking font. All right, and then we've got some little cutouts here on the side of the box, so you can see the figure a little bit. Kind of weird. All right, And then here you've got like a full shot of the figure from like the side. Okay, here's the back of the box. Here you've got a full shot of the figure with its cool looking base. Oh, there's like some soda stains on the box. Sorry guys, she's been sitting in my room for a long time, guys. And so it says here Sword Art Online here. There's a picture of some trees in the back here. Oh, there's more text back there. What will we do? Okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure CV means the voice actor, all right? And that's Haruka Tomatsu. Oh, I love her too. So she's so pretty. I saw her in real life one time. Yeah, so it's Haruka Tomatsu, a girl who serves as the vice captain of one of the leading guilds, Knights of the Blood Pact. She has the nickname Flash because of her brilliant sword skills. She has a gentle demeanor, but she is strong at heart. Okay, so it's kind of a character introduction type thing. Very cool. You don't see a lot of those on a lot of figures nowadays, type of thing. Okay, and then yes, you've got the full shot of the figure right here, and then you've got some kind of strange border here. Okay, it's like a thorns or something, or vines. Okay, and then here you've got a picture of the other side of the figure, like the other side, but the other direction. All right, same information. I'd imagine this is the same as the other side. Okay, and then you've got these windows here. Man, they put a lot of stuff on the box. Surprised. It's taking me a while to get through it. Okay, and here's the top of the box. Alright, sorry, it's kind of dusty. There she is. Alright, there's a window on the top, so you can let some light in on the figure. And then there's the bottom with more information. Alright, well, we're not going to do Google Translate on that, man. It's for 14 years and over. I believe it says comic shop locator service. There's a lot of English on this box. I'd imagine this figure was designed to be exported. Okay, so here you've got there's even a Koto US. Koto US is the American, the United States Kotobukiya store. Okay, so if you were in the US, that's where you would order them from if you didn't want to import it. Okay, so all right. What else can we get from this? PVC and ABS right here, construction, and yeah, so that's it. And it's even got barcodes and all that stuff on it. All right, when did this figure? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, before we unbox it, let's go look at some information from my figure collection. All right, category, it's pre-painted figure, guys. Origin, from Sword Art Online, obviously. Right? Who doesn't know? Who hasn't watched Sword Art Online? The character is Asuna. Her full name is Yuki Asuna. Company is Kotobukiya as the manufacturer. I don't know how Genko plays a role in that because there's a Genko sticker on it. The artist was Nakamura Hirotoshi. That's the sculptor, like I mentioned on the side there. The version is the Aincrad, all right? So that's what this figure is called. They did two issues of this figure. Oh boy, I don't know which one I have now. There's a September 27, 2017 release, and there's a May 23rd, 2013 release. All right, so SAO's been out for like more than a decade now, guys. And it's a 1/8, and it says there are counterfeit versions of this item. Well, I hope this isn't one of them. It doesn't look like it. That's what I want to say. It has the Genko sticker and everything, and so I think it's maybe we can see. Let's see if we can figure out which version this is. Is there any date on this thing or when they released? Nope. Nope, sorry guys, I don't know which version this is. I don't know if this is the version 1 or the second, the reissue one. I wonder. But anyway, here she is. All right, let's go do the unboxing. Okay, guys, there's the background for it. All right, it actually came out of the box. It's not you don't see this too often nowadays, where they have a separate insert for a background. Pretty nice. And as you can see, there's a cutouts on the side of the box, so you can see through the cutout, the background. Pretty cool. It's like a kind of like a sky background, maybe like a sunset or sunrise, one of the two. Okay. Okay, there she is. I have unboxed and constructed her. I also forgot to go over how much her price was. When released, this figure was 8,800. The first edition was 7,800 yen, and the second edition was 8,800 yen. All right, I figure this figure is probably close to a decade old. All right, if this was the first edition. So I mean, during those times, the Japanese yen was stronger. And I'd have to say that's about maybe like $70, $70, $80, somewhere around that area, guys. All right, that's how much this figure was. And back in those days, this was a pretty expensive figure, right? Nowadays, with inflation and all that, probably if you were to pay for this figure brand new, she would probably be, oh man, what would I say? This would probably be like more than $100 figure. Actually, let's see if Koto US has her still. Okay, you can't get her on Koto US anymore. You cannot buy this figure brand new anymore, guys. Okay, but when she came out on AmiAmi, she was 7140 yen and 7480 yen. Okay, there's a kind of sexy one. Okay, I've got some kind of odd infos here. Okay, guys. They do have her on Solaris. Okay, there's Solaris. All right, pre-owned, it's $170.30. That's pretty nuts, and that's for a 5-star. I guess they do it different at AmiAmi. It's a 5-star figure with the 4-star box. All right, and then they have another one. They have another one that's a lot cheaper. I don't know why, dude. Okay, this is the first edition, all right? So maybe the first, I don't know, maybe there's something better about the second edition or something, all right? But anyway, this one is you can actually buy a brand new one. They have a brand new one for 77 bucks, and you can buy a pre-owned one for 55 bucks, all right? And it's a 4.5 stars with a 4-star box, okay? What would Hayes Mega rate this? Like at AmiAmi, I think they do the letters, right? They have a letter rating system. I would say this looks like it's probably a B or a B plus. I don't know. Well, I'll take a look at it in a bit. But all the parts are there. They were just like all scattered in the box. They all came apart and stuff. I don't know why. And then the box is pretty messed up. I would say the box is like a C. So the box had some kind of water damage stuff. I think that's my fault, all right, guys. Some kind of water damage on it, and it was like pushed in a couple places and all kind of crinkled up, and there's some soda stains on the box. Yeah, I would say it's a C box, okay, guys. It's not very presentable anymore, all right. But the figure itself looks pretty good, okay. So yeah, it's kind of debatable how much this figure is worth, but I'm almost certain I didn't pay a lot of money for this. That's probably why I bought it, you know. That's why I bought it in the state that it was. But here she is. All right, and so the assembly. How'd the assembly go? The assembly, there is a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7 pieces. This figure took a while a little bit to construct, okay? So you've got the base, you've got the figure itself, and the figure is attached to this kind of, I guess it's a pedestal or something, or a pillar, something like that. And then there's these 2 rings, all right? I had to actually look at the box. I wish this came with the instruction manual. It may have come with the instruction manual, but I don't have it, okay, guys? I would assume that Kotobukiya would have. All right. Kotobukiya figures are usually, they're not top tier, but they're not bottom tier either. All right, guys. Kotobukiya is kind of like a mid kind of brands of figure. I don't know. Nowadays, they're some of their figures are top tier. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and they're super expensive now too. All right, but anyway, you've got a bigger ring and a smaller ring. I think these rings are like when they summon them or when they teleport or something. Yeah, when they move to a different area, that's what these rings are, I guess. Anyway, the bigger ring goes on the top and the smaller ring goes on the bottom. I guess you can't install it wrong because it's keyed a certain way. All right, there's rectangular pegs in the back here, okay? So I guess you can't install them in the wrong way. But I had to actually look at the box to figure out which one is which, okay? And then also you have to remember to install the rings before, you might be able to do it from the top, but the best way is to do it from the bottom, guys, because there's less stuff in the way, all right, is what I want to say. Yeah, so do it from the bottom. Do it from the bottom before you put it on the base, all right? And then you put her on the base, all right? And the base has 3 plastic pegs going into the base, all right? There's 3 plastic pegs on the figure part, and then the base has like 3 holes for the pegs to go into, okay? Will she be a trooper in the future? Oh, that's a good question, guys. It's all plastic, no steel pegs, and it's tall, and then she's all the weight is on this outside of this pillar here. This pillar is the only thing holding it up, and all the weight's right here. Yeah, man, that's a recipe for being a leaner in the future, all right? So hopefully that won't happen. If it does, we'll just put her back in the box, all right? Yeah, a lot of the old figures from the olden days, they start drooping after a while, and yeah, they didn't take into account, a wear and tear or like, gravity. Okay, type of thing. Okay, there you go. And then yeah, and then so you would put the rings on and then put the base, put the pillar in the base, all right, that has the figure attached to it. Then you've got the sword, all right, and so the sword has 2 pieces, the hilt and the sword itself, the blade. And then I think what you have to do, I didn't look at any instructions, but I stuck it in from the back of her hand all the way to the front, and then I stuck the sword in from the top. Okay, and then she's got the scabbard, all right? I thought that didn't come with the scabbard. I was like, looks like something is supposed to go there. And I found it had fell on my floor. So, okay, guys, but there it is. All right, there is a kind of a square kind of peg that attaches to her, like there's a peg sticking up here. All right, and then it goes into the scabbard, okay? And it was hard to get into. Didn't go in too easily. So I want to say, hopefully it doesn't go out easily. Okay, and there she is, the lovely Yuki Asuna, all right? Or the Flash from SAO, Sword Art Online. One of my favorite waifus. And I have to say, this figure looks spectacular. All right, let's go do a quick 360, and then Hazeway is going to look this figure over, and we're going to scrutinize this figure and take a closer look after. So beautiful. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, and we're back. So I looked her over, all right, and it's like I said, Kotobukiya is like mid quality, guys. So I've been doing a lot of top tier figure show and tells, right? Really expensive figures, and they've been like perfect. So I kind of like being nitpicky is what I'm gonna say. Okay. One of the things I want to go over is how tall the figure is. All right, so I've got this manga here, all right, a US manga. Please go home, Miss Akutsu. Okay, I haven't read it yet. It looked interesting. All right, so as you can see, it's quite a tall figure. It's taller. It's a 1/8 scale. It's a small figure, but it's about it's taller than a manga book. Okay, so pretty tall. It's probably close to like a 1/6 scale height type of thing. All right, I don't know if I can. When I get her, I guess when I get her in the case, yeah. When I when I get her in the display case, I'll show you how much space she takes up. But yeah, one of the reasons I didn't took her out of the box is because of the space she would take up. She takes a lot of space up vertically. Okay, that's what I'll say. All right. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the scrutinization process, and we're going to start from the bottom. All right. To be honest, I didn't really look at the base, but we can look at it together. Okay. Okay, and there's the base. The base is just kind of, I would say it's gray, maybe even like a gunmetal gray color. All right, it's got an interesting texture to it. I guess they're trying to make it look like a stone or something. That's what it kind of looks like. It looks okay, like a gray rock or something. It's got these kind of lines that go out there, and it's shaped kind of like a, what do they call that? It's kind of like a volcano, you know? It's like mountain shaped. Like a cone. It's like it's gonna make a cone, but like you cut the top off, right? It's flat on the top. Yeah, it's interesting looking base. Is it flat? I remember back in the days I didn't have to worry about it not being flat, but nowadays you have to check. All right, and it's pretty flat, guys. All right, it looks like it's been painted. It's hard to tell. I think it's painted. It's got like a scratch right here. Yeah, there's a scratch right there. This figure is not in the bestest shape, guys, and it's not the manufacturer's fault. Okay, it's whoever owned it before me. There's a little dust on it. So this figure was definitely displayed. All right, but I think they keep her in a cabinet or something. So it's not super dusty. I don't really see any nub marks on the base. A lot of these bases have nub marks, but if you paint it, you don't see any nub marks. So I believe the base is painted. So pretty cool. All right, and then so there's a pillar holding Asuna up. All right, or Asuna is stepping on the pillar. There it is. It's like a stone color. All right, obviously it's plastic. Does it look like stone? Sorta, kinda. It's a little glossier than I would think it would be. Type of thing, and it rotates on a weird axis. So, okay, very nice. It is pretty lifelike, is what I want to say, and this is how it's like all broken up and everything. It's got some like weathering effects on it and stuff, and you can see some kind of panel lining on it and stuff. Very nice. Okay, remember this figure was like top tier back in the days. All right, guys, you can see some of the face of the rock is coming off there and stuff. Okay, and then so there's these rings that attach to it. All right, and they're like a gold colored rings. Right, it's part of the game, you know. Pretty cool. Right, nothing too fancy about it, is what I want to say. But there they are. It's a nice little effect for the figure. All right, and then let's go look at the actual figure itself. All right, so Asuna is like, it looks like she's falling through the air or something. All right, if you look at the rest of the figure because of the way her hair is. All right, but her foot is attached to the wall. All right, her right foot. Let's take a look at the boots first. All right, she's wearing these. Okay, we're gonna go take a look at her boots. So there's her boots. It looks like kind of like, yeah, it looks like a regular boot, sorta. It's kind of like a mid-height boot. All right. I would expect it to be kind of taller, but yeah, it's and it's white. It kind of looks like a snow boot or something. I don't know. Or it kind of looks like an UGG. Those UGG boots, sort of, kind of. All right, but it's got like armor on it. All right, that's the cool thing. It's white. All right, it's also like a glossy white. Okay, and there's like kind of like mold lines on it, but that's for the boot. All right, it's an inanimate object. All right, it does have like a armor like on the top here. I'd imagine maybe it's a steel toe or something. I don't know. And there's like an armor on the back piece right here. Right, and then the armor has like a silver border around everything. Very nice. All right, there's the heel of the boot. You can kind of see the bottom of the boot also. It's all white. All right, there's the Knights of the Blood Cross right there. Pretty rad. Okay, looks good. All right, and then now we're gonna look at these fabulous Yuki Asuna legs. All right, she's wearing these cool thigh-high stockings, or I guess they're really tall socks, I guess. All right, this is not a gloss finish. It's like a matte finish. You can see a little bit of reflection off of it, and it does have some shading. Interesting, right? It's pretty much the only shading that I saw in the figure, by the way. There's a shading back here where it bunches up behind her leg. All right, the molding looks nice. All right, and then there's maybe a little bit of shading around the knees. All right, it looks a little sharp right here on her leg, on her thigh. That could have been sanded a little bit more, because people's thighs are not supposed to be sharp in that area. Okay, yeah, I can see it. There's like a kind of line here. So this should have been sanded down so it was less sharp, is what I'll say, less pointy. Okay, a little bit of shading back here. You can see it bunching up there. I see like there's a little speck back there. It looks like a piece of dust has been painted onto the figure. All right. It's kind of hard to see, but I can see it. So there is some QC stuff with this figure. Also, the paint doesn't look like the best in certain places. It's probably the paint or the molding. Something is messed up, like in the back of the knee. Well, maybe they didn't expect you to be looking back there. All right. Yeah. Even this part where it like it kind of folds over and stuff doesn't look very nice. Okay. The other leg looks a lot better though. I'll tell you that. There's really nothing wrong with the other leg. Okay. And then so it's got the Knights of the Blood logo right here, that cross. It's like a, blood red, and then it's got these red borders on it. It looks nice. It contrasts very well with the thing. I love this outfit, man, guys. She looks so hot in it, man. She's so kakoi, and she's cool and hot at the same time. If you get it right. Okay. Yeah, actually the stockings look pretty good. All right, now the thighs. All right, oh yeah, there's those lovely thighs. The absolute terror field is what they call it, right? Or the thigh gap. It's got an interesting thigh gap, guys. It's like, it's more open. I don't even know how that stays up there, guys. It just looks cool, right? But yeah, it's more open in the inner part of her thighs, all right, than it is on the outside part of her thighs. It's interesting, right? Not usually it's just straight, right? Okay, and then yeah, so the skin is not I have to say, out of all the skin on the figure, the thighs are the worst. All right, and I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of what you're looking at, man. She's got a nice pair of thighs right there. Okay, it just doesn't look good, man. It's either it's dirty, from being old or displayed or something. It just doesn't look good. It's kind of like her thighs don't look smooth at all. All right, but it is painted. It's just not painted very good. Okay, like I said, I've been looking at a lot of really nice figures. So, yeah, it looks like it's a little dirty here, and I don't know. The paint just doesn't look good. It's kind of dull looking. I would want it to be a little more matte. All right, and that's the most skin on the figure too. Okay, let's go take a look at the rest of the outfit. We'll take a look at the skirt. So she's wearing a kind of pleated skirt, kind of like a sailor, those sailor uniform skirts. Oh man, this thing I keep on rubbing on this thing, it bounces around. Is there any kind of shading on it? No, I don't think so. It looks like it's a flat color too. It's not, it's kind of weird. It's not, you don't see a lot of shine off of it. Okay, but the molding looks pretty good, is what I'm going to say. And then there's this border line that goes along the bottom. Okay, looks okay. Alright, so that's the skirt. You can't really see the back of the skirt because the back part of her outfit is blocking it. Okay, it's kind of weird. It's open in the front. It's got like two skirts, guys. So let's go look at the other skirt. All right. So yeah, it's kind of got like a two skirt thing, guys. So she's got this short skirt, all right, and then she's got a really long skirt that's just the back. Okay, it's kind of like a cape or mantle or something, but it's like an actual like a skirt. Okay, and it's attached to like the sides here, and it opens up in the back here. Okay, and it's white colored. Just want to say it's I'd say that's a matte finish. It looks like it shines a little bit. Okay, it looks good. The molding looks pretty good on it. There's some kind of dirty smudge mark here or something. I'm not really sure where that came from. Okay, maybe actually there's no protective plastic anywhere in the little where that holds the figure in the box, so it may have rubbed off inside the box or something. I don't know, because I guess whoever, I'm sure it did have some protective plastic, but whoever had it before got rid of all of it. Okay. Okay, looks okay. The inside is also white. There's some dust, man. I know. Paint is not. I know. I'm touching the paint right now, and it's not super smooth. Okay, but it's okay. It's part of the outfit. So okay. All right, it looks good. I could say the paint could be better. Is what I'll say. For top, this is supposed to be for its time was a top tier figure, right? All right, and then yeah, you've got the middle part of the dress, sorta. Yeah, it's like the whole kind of dress. It kind of looks like you know why I like it, because it looks almost like a Chinese dress. Okay, guys, he's Mega really likes Chinese dresses. Okay, so yeah, there's the outfit right there. So this is the most detail right here, is the top part of the outfit. There's actually another skirt. There's another, it's like a layer. There's like this skirt, and then this skirt on the back, and then there's another skirt on top of that, all right? And that's this right here, okay? And it's the part that covers her tummy, all right, or her chest. It looks like there's a part that, like, it's sewn over here and sewn over here. There's like 3 pieces or something. You've got the Knights of the Blood Crosses here, and then, you know, the borders are blood red. All right, they look very nice. I don't know, it looks like they kind of messed up right here. It's like there's kind of like a little blob or something over there. That's what I say. All right, but the rest looks pretty good, is what I'm gonna say. There is a mold line back here, but that's the mold line for the outfit. All right, it's a seam line for how the dress comes together. All right, yes, it does look like a dress. Okay, and then there's a kind of belt that goes around her waist here that holds the scabbard. It's kind of cool. It's got like 2 straps, kind of like in an X. I don't even know how that's supposed to go on there, guys. How does that work? But anyway, yeah, there's a belt buckle right here. It's silver, right? Yeah, all the border lining for the part of belt is silver, and looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, since we're looking at the belt, there's the scabbard on there. All right. I forgot what her weapon is called. She had like a special weapon. I know she uses a rapier, is what she uses. Yeah, so there it is. It's a kind of burgundy. I would say burgundy, like kind of like a dark brownish red color. It's a burgundy color. It does kind of look like it's got some shading to it. It kind of gets darker and lighter in certain places. It's kind of hard to tell. All right, and then I guess there's a belt part that attaches. Oh, okay, this is part of the belt. Okay, so yeah, this belt is actually designed for this sword. Okay, in the game. Okay, in the game world, there's a loop that actually holds the belt, because it doesn't. It's not like a samurai sword, right, where you put the scabbard or the saya in the belt, or you know, in the hakama or whatever, wherever you put it, man. He's maybe briefly studied Iaido, okay? Anyway, yeah, there's a loop here that actually attaches to the belt that holds the scabbard, right? So I'd imagine this white part, since it's white and it's got the silver borders on it, it's part of the belt. Okay, and it holds the scabbard in, all right? Very nice. And then the mouth of the scabbard has a kind of like a silver kind of design to it, like a metal. Very nice. All right, and there's the end of it right here. It's got this little silver butt piece there. Very nice. All right, and it looks straight. It's actually pretty nice. Okay. And then since we're talking about the scabbard, let's take a look at the sword itself. All right. So there's the sword. It's so the hilt is this round thing, and it's kind of like an aquamarine color. Okay. I remember that's like a special sword in the anime. Okay, I think the hilt is like a gray color. Yeah, it's gray. Okay, that's the hilt right there. It has the pommel right here. Okay, the butt part of the sword. It's a silver. All right, lots of little details on it. I like it. The border around the hilt is silver. There's like a blue gem right here. It looks like it's been painted very nicely. Look, it's one of the nicer parts of the figure, I want to say. Okay, yeah, and it's like I would say it's a steel aluminum colored blade. All right, the way they painted it, it looks like it's metallic because it has this kind of like glitter to it. All right, and the sword is straight. All right, it's nice and sharp looking. It's good. I'm telling you, some of these figures, man, they can't. Some of the swords aren't straight, man. Very nice. And then there's that other design on the top part also. All right, so it has the one on the bottom and one on the top. All right, and it has that blue gem on there. Very nice. I think Elizabeth. Yeah, that's right. Elizabeth is the one who made this sword, right? Okay. And there's one last look at the sword. There's like a kind of green thing coming down here in the center. Very nice. I like it. The sword looks really good. Okay, and then let's go move up more on the dress. Let's take a look at her chestesses area. All right, and then so she's wearing a breastplate. All right, literally a breastplate, like it just covers her breasts. Okay, pretty cool. All right, it's like a pearl white color. Yeah, it's pearl white. Okay, you can see it's a little angular here. It kind of goes up here, and there's like it peaks here, and then it goes down. All right, there's a silver border around it. You can see it's kind of it's pearl and glossy, but it's like, I don't know, just kind of the molding doesn't look very smooth on it. Okay, it's mid stuff, guys, mid. All right, okay, let's go take a look at her arms. All right, she's got a nice chest assist, by the way, guys. She's I think this is when she was younger too, but Asuna's kind of like exploded, or as what I want to say. All right, she's become more beautiful with age, is what I want to say. All right, and then she has it says exposed shoulders. All right, so there you go. So those of you guys that dig the shoulders, there you go. There's exposed shoulders, and then there's these kind of, I don't know why they're it's the design of it. It's kind of cool looking. There's a straps, like a red straps, the same color as the skirt. All right, they go around her arm, like kind of her bicep right here. Right, and it attaches to the back. It's a cool outfit. It looks cool, guys, but I don't know if I would want to wear something like that in real life. Okay, it's kind of got gold borders around it. All right, and there's some folds and creases and stuff in it. It looks very nice. It's kind of like it kind of looks like a little bit of leather. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Like kind of red dyed leather. All right, and it attaches to the other side back here in the center, and it just connects to the center of the outfit. All right, it's kind of got like a mandarin collar. All right, it's like one of those tall, kind of tight collars. Okay, and then so on top of the booby plate, there's the two crosses, two silver crosses, the Knights of the Blood crosses. Very cool. There's the other strap. Okay. All right, and then underneath the strap is like an arm sock or something. Okay, it's like a sleeve, and it goes just. It's a weird outfit, man. Well, it's a video game. What do you expect? Yeah. So there's a sleeve. It's not attached to anything. She's just kind of wearing it. All right. It's like an arm sock sort of, and it's the white color. It's the same white color as the back of the skirt. Okay, and it's got red borders here. All right. It kind of goes up here and it goes down there, and it's got this it's kind of frilly a little bit. Yep. All right, molding looks pretty good on it. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Okay. Okay, and then you've got the hands. All right, I don't think she's got any kind of nail polish. They didn't add any kind of nail polish to her, but her hands look like hands. That's all I can say. The other one is grasping the sword. Okay. And there's kind of a lot of stuff to this figure, man. This is taking a while, guys. All right, anyway, we've gone through the whole outfit, all right? It's a very cool, intricate-looking outfit. Some of the stuff I kind of question, like, whether you would want to wear something like that. But it looks, Asuna, it looks freaking awesome in it, guys. That's why I had to have it, all right? The Knights of the Blood, man. That was the coolest outfit for Asuna, in my opinion, all right? And now I have it, all right? Okay, so let's take a look at her face. All right, there she is, Asuna face. She's got this little smile on her face. She's looking off to the left there. She's got those kind of brown eyes. Looking off to the left. Okay. I think she has like a chestnut colored hair. Right, so there's her hair. So that's one of the coolest thing about this figure is the hair. The hair is, it's dynamic, it's moving, all right? It's like she has this long, beautiful hair and it's going up like that. All right, and the hair looks pretty good. All right, they didn't do anything wrong with it. All right, I don't really see much shading at all on it. It might be lighter on the top, I'm not sure. Okay, and there's the signature Asuna hair right there. she has her hair up in the braid right there. Okay, and then it's tied off in like a little ponytail on the back. Okay, yeah, so she's got this long, beautiful hair that's fluttering up. So that it gives you that idea that, like, yeah, she's kind of, she's descending, all right? She's jumping down from somewhere, okay? Pretty cool. It's kind of going up and to the side a little bit, so maybe she's moving sideways a little bit also. Very nice. I think the hair is one of the nicer things on this figure, all right? The paint looks, it's okay. It's a matte finish paint. And like I mentioned, it doesn't really look like there's shading on it, but it's very well done. That's what I want to say. All right, and then she does have like two kind of forelocks right here, and the bangs. Okay, and that's it, guys. We've looked at the whole figure. All right, I have to say the paint is probably not the nicest thing. That leads me to believe maybe this was the first edition. All right, I believe the second edition. They cleaned it up a bit. All right, so that's what my guess is. All right, because this says renewal version, so they probably re-released the figure, and then they made it nicer. Okay, some of the lines, they don't look very good. The paint in general, it's just kind of dull looking. You know, if there's like scratches and stuff on it, that's probably from the previous owner. But the outfit is pretty cool looking, I have to say. The sword looks really nice, actually. There's nothing wrong with the sword. All right, all the effects and stuff, the pillar and this, you know, these rings and stuff. It's a nice touch to it. The boots look really nice. Yeah. It looks really nice in certain places and not so nice in other places. All right, like the molding on the back of the leg here, not so good. Okay, and there's like a speck of dust I could see painted into there. Yeah, and just, I don't know, I just kind of look at the paint and thinking, you know, I hate to say it, man, I've been looking at these really nice figures, and when you look at a really nice figure, and then you compare it to one that's like kind of mid-tier, like this one, you're just like, man, I don't know, like the paint could be better, all right, but it's all right. I don't want to insult the person that painted it all that much. It does look pretty good, and I could imagine this was kind of intricate to paint. All right, it's her outfit is, you know, it's dazzling. That's what I say. All right, there's a lot to her outfit, and like, yeah, but that's what makes it out so nice. That's what I say. All right, okay. There she is. All right. Yeah, I would give it like it's like a mid. It's mid, guys. Like I said, it's an old figure. It's probably like 10 years old, and at the time, this is probably one of the nicer figures out for Asuna. But now Asuna has so many figures out there. So Okay, I have a prize figure that looks really, really good. Okay, of her in the Knights in the Blood outfit. I will put a link at the end of the video to that, right? And other Asuna figures, all right? But finally, I got a nice figure, a scale figure of Asuna that I finally gotten a chance to do a show and tell, and I'm going to display her, all right? So yeah, this figure is kind of hard to find, and it looks like it's kind of held its value, is what I'm gonna say. I think I paid for $50 for it, somewhere around there, and you can get her for around 70, or I think if you buy the second version, the nicer one, is probably more than $100. All right, that's what it said. I don't know why it costs that much more. Is it really that much more better than this? I don't know, but I'm pretty happy with this purchase. All right, like I said, I didn't pay a lot for it. Yeah. If I think about it, I paid like pretty much for the price of a prize figure nowadays for this figure back in the days. All right, it really hasn't lost its value all that much, but it hasn't really gone up all that much as well. Okay, so that's the state of some of the Kotobukiya stuff. A lot of the Kotobukiya stuff has like gone down in value, like a lot. Okay, but not this. All right, this is actually still pretty. It's holding its values, I'm gonna say. Okay. And it's my favorite waifu Asuna. Right? It looks great, and I'm happy to add her to my display collection. Okay, and that's the end of the figure show and tell. Thanks for watching. I'll get some close-ups and 360s. That's the end of the video.